Hello, welcome to Verbling. Pardon me. Hi there. Welcome to Verbling, and I'm teacher Oakley. For the next hour or so, uh, we're just going to have an interesting class, maybe good practice for anybody who's interested in taking an IELTS or TOEFL or TOEIC or CAE or whatever, any kind of speaking exam, because I'm going to be asking totally random questions. It may be opinion, it may be description, it may be personal preference. Who knows? So you're going to have to brainstorm quickly, think on your toes, and practice answering totally random questions. Even I don't know what I'm going to ask. I have some possibilities, but who knows? So, good chance for you to practice English and in a spontaneous way without any kind of preparation time. And anyway, hopefully we can enjoy a little give and take and some conversation as well. Hello, Michael. Hi there. How are you today?
What's the story, Morning Glory?
Oh, there's nothing going on. I don't
But
know.
it's like 11 o'clock, yeah? No,
It
it's like
is.
10 o'clock.
Now,
Uh-huh.
where I live, it's 11
Yeah.
o'clock. You're
Oh,
correct.
11, I guess, from the first time. Okay.
You're correct. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, absolutely right. It's early morning where you are, correct?
Yeah, 6 o'clock, but it's not so early for me. It's okay. Just sometimes I go to sleep like later, and I wake up a little later. But if I go like at 10 o'clock or something, I wake up usually at 5:30, 6:30.
What time do you normally go to bed at 10 o'clock?
10 no later than 11, because if I
Oh, really?
go later than 11, I could be tired next day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not. I
At
usually
what
go to
time do
bed
you
at
go?
12 or 1 in the morning.
Why? What happened? What
Why?
happened?
Well, sometimes, for example, tonight I won't even finish classes until midnight. My last
But
class.
why do you need so much money? You're going to be a millionaire.
Very funny. Yeah. No, not really. Uh,
You know
Not
what? I
really.
used to be like you, like to make money but I understood that I cannot make all the money from the world, so I stopped with that, and
No,
I'm a
no,
normal
no.
person.
No, it's for example tonight. This class is because it's a student I've had for a year and a half, and his
Hmm.
schedule changed, and it's the only time he can meet. And he's a great student, a great customer, great person. Kind of a friend. So, so I have a late class with him. That's pretty much
No
it.
excuses, Oakley. Take it easy. There is no. You don't need to work like a horse.
I do.
I know
I
you.
Yeah.
After work, your head does work well. I mean, you speak so
My
much,
head.
like in classes, like for 5 hours. For me, it's good. Is your head working well after classes?
No, not really. Not so much.
You see, I know because I used to work in like with people, and now I'm working with people. But when you are speaking so much, you're explaining something that's really
Oh yeah,
difficult.
definitely. Oh, definitely. And I have all these classes, and everyone's a different topic. So yeah, after a while, I get
I,
kind
I'm
of
surprised
gaga.
how you haven't picked up any accent. You're still
What
speaking normal English.
what accent would I pick up? I talk to whatever Brazilians and Mexicans and Russians and Chinese. What kind of a crazy accent could I?
Spanish.
Italians,
Spanish is the
Spanish.
best. Spanish is the best.
I don't know which particular accent I might actually get. Okay, anyway, I should welcome Daniel to the class. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing okay. You have a new picture here.
Yep.
Yeah, you're looking good. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a picture from the fly school.
Right on. Flying high. Now, wait a minute. Who took this picture? That's what I want to know.
Me. I was taking a picture and I was not flying the plane.
You were not flying the plane. Are you
Yeah.
sure? You're not taking a selfie while you're in the middle of flying a plane. Please
No,
tell me.
I was in the cruise section, so I took
Oh,
like 5 seconds to take this picture.
okay. All right. Fine. All right. Taking selfies in dangerous places. What's your opinion, Daniel?
Well, it could work, you know. What's your opinion, Oakley?
It's my opinion. I don't ever take selfies. Period. So I have no opinion, really. Okay. Uh, welcome to the class, Alexandra. Hello.
Hello.
How are you
Hello,
today?
hello. I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Are you still in New York?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What exciting things have you done in New York? What? Okay, let me rearrange that. Let me rephrase that. Not rearrange. Let me rephrase that. What tourist things have you done in New York?
I've done a lot of tourist things, and among them, the most interesting in terms of me being a Russian. Well, I actually live in Manhattan. Um, right now, I live in Midtown in Manhattan, but my American friends decided to take me on a trip to Brooklyn, to the Russian area, which is called Brighton Beach. And me,
Yeah.
because New York City is not my first stay. I mean, before New York, I was in Washington D.C. Now
Hmm.
I'm in New York, and I could say that gradually you get accustomed to another language. I mean, hearing, talking. And when we came to Brighton and I saw people who were selling, I don't know if you know, pirashki.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody speaks Russian, and there are Russian advertisements everywhere. And then we went shopping because my American friends, they like Russian food very much, and we went to Brighton Bazaar. So I could buy a typical Russian food, typical Russian cuisine, and for me, like Russian speech, the Russian language was very um, a little bit funny and unusual because you get accustomed to, yeah, that
Really?
easily. Really.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, that is not a typical tourist destination, Brighton Beach.
no, that's not typical, but that's what I liked very much, though
Uh-huh.
Brighton Beach is very far away from Manhattan. Yeah, it takes time.
True.
Oh, well, where I have been, I've been to the Empire State Building. I mean, on the 86th floor. So I took lots of pictures there.
Yeah.
I went to a water cruise around Manhattan, so the
Oh.
Statue of Liberty, Long Island, yes, lots of skyscrapers. I've been to Broadway show Kinky Boots, which I liked very much. I went to the most famous jazz club in New York. It's called Blue Note, and
Ah,
I was
okay.
there yesterday. Yeah, and I even managed to take some pictures with the musicians.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've been to a cinema. I've been to 9/11 Memorial. I've been to Rockefeller Center. So, yeah.
The Rock.
I've been to different museums. I've been to the Metropolitan Museum, which is situated along the Central Park. So I've been to Central Park. I've been to American Museum of Natural History, which has 5 floors. And I really don't know how much time it takes to visit all the exhibitions which are there. So I've been to many places.
I guess so. You've been busy.
Yeah.
Really busy.
And I've been to 2 greatest bookshops, which is my passion, actually, my greatest, because books are my passion. Mm-hmm. And I've been to Strand. That took me 4 hours. And then I went to, I forgot the name of the shop, but it's one of the biggest shop in the world. It has 5 floors of books. And there I spent maybe 6 hours.
Awesome. Yeah. Very cool. All right. So it sounds like you're having a great time.
Yes, and tomorrow I'm going to the museum which is dedicated to ships. It's called Intrepid, like Sea, Air, and Space Museum.
Oh, really? I've never been there. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
And Madison Square and Lincoln Center. I'm planning on doing that tomorrow.
Wow, you're hitting it all up. Okay. The one thing that I always recommend to people to go visit, just because I don't know, I find it fascinating, is go to the New York Stock Exchange. You got to check that out.
I've been there.
You went? Great.
Yes, I've been on Wall Street. I have a picture with the bull, you know, that famous bull. And there are packs of tourists who try to touch it because there is kind of a superstition that if you touch it, you'll become filthy rich.
Yeah.
I've also been to Meatpacking District, Chelsea Market, and High Line. Do you know High Line? The park above the city.
No, I've never been there. I know of it. I've never been there, though. It's funny. You know, I lived in New York City for like 4 years, but about half the places that you mentioned I've never been to. Well, not half, but some of the places I've never been to. You know, it's funny. When you live in a place, you don't actually go to the tourist destinations. Very funny. Never been to the Statue of Liberty. Never. I know the Strand. I know the most of the museums you're talking about, but not that one. Not the ship museum. I've never been there. Have you gone to the Guggenheim?
Yes, and MoMA.
MoMA, yeah. Okay. All right. Great.
I've even been to Harlem.
Yeah. Yeah, Harlem's nice.
But just by chance, because I mixed up the metro stations, I took an express, and that's why I found myself in Harlem. That was by mistake, but still, I've been there.
Actually, me too. I went there. I took the wrong train, which is easy to do in New York, by the way. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. A lot going on there. All right. Thanks for the report. Very good. All right. Speaking of Alexandra's took the wrong train. Michael, have you ever actually gotten lost before? Like taking the wrong train and ended up in the wrong place, or?
Not really. Not really.
No?
No, if I go somewhere like maybe where I'm not so much familiar like with that place, yeah, I look before that on the map, or I ask the person to who I go, or so I kind of make a little research, and I go there, but it's impossible to be lost. I'm not like going far away somewhere or something. So for me, it's impossible to be lost.
All right. You do a little research. You do research.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
conduct research.
Or that. Okay, that verb works as well.
That's the
Uh,
collocation.
okay. Well, there's lost, like lost in the Amazon, lost, and then there's just kind of lost. You basically know what area you're in, but you don't know exactly where you are. Have you ever, like driving, just said, "Oh, I'll take this road, see where it goes. I know it's going north. I'll just follow this road for a while, see where I end up." No?
No, never.
Okay.
So basically when I went with a car, or how would I say, like when I went, can I say?
Okay, or when I drove.
When I drove, like if I didn't know the area, I looked up on the map before that.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't go just like that, like somewhere
Willy-nilly?
far away. Yeah, no.
Didn't go willy-nilly?
No. I'm quite like responsible. I don't know. I cannot. I don't like this situation when I am lost or when I am like in the middle of the night or something. What?
It's exciting. It's more fun.
That's exciting till the time when someone will hurt you or something will happen with you.
Actually, I was thinking more of like driving in the countryside where it's safe and farmland, and let's just take this road, see where we end up. Oh, look, there's a little restaurant. Let's stop there and have lunch. Like that, kind of getting lost on purpose.
Yeah, but I think I went one time with some like on a job trip and we went like a little bit far, and the person who was behind the wheel, the steering wheel, did something like that. He didn't know where to go exactly, and he tried like the roads, and because of that he went back, and so we wasted some time because of that, because he was quite not familiar with the area. And he almost broke the car because there was like a very bad road, and he was driving with a high speed, and he saw like a pothole. Yeah.
Pothole?
Yeah, and he stopped very suddenly, like, and the car. I don't know. Was quite. I didn't like to go with him, like with that guy. That too.
Okay, sounds like fun. Daniel, how about you? Have you ever randomly tried to get yourself lost? And I hope you don't do this while you're flying a plane.
No, that's gonna be bad. So bad.
That's gonna be bad. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, you know what? There was a day when I was driving back home, and I was looking in my iPhone, the GPS, a free application of GPS, and the GPS told me to turn right. But you know what? It was in a bridge. I was crossing a bridge, and it was impossible to turn right. So it was about to be murdered by a GPS. Yeah.
Your GPS is trying to kill you. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think that happens, huh? In the US mostly. There are a lot of jokes about GPS.
Yeah, true. Well, now everybody has GPS. Nobody can get lost, and I think that's personally, for me, that's a tragedy. They will never know the pleasure and excitement of being lost.
So you like unpredictable situations, right?
Sure, much more exciting.
You don't like the routine at all.
Well, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. That's the thing. Sometimes I can't wait for boring. When my life gets a little too exciting and out of control, I pray for boring. But sometimes, yeah. And as I was telling Michael, not radically crazy out of control, but a little. Let's take this left. See where we go. That kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Heidi, welcome to the class. Hello and goodbye. Okay. Daniel, another question for you. Random. Now we sort of been talking on a theme, so time to get all random. Daniel, have you ever asked anyone for an autograph?
No, I haven't. I haven't never asked about for a photograph. No, never, never.
Autograph.
Autograph.
Yeah. Signing their name.
A famous
Okay.
person, right?
Yeah, like to my best friend Daniel. Mel Gibson.
No, never, never. Actually, you know, we are all human beings. I hate when people
I'm not.
is like, I don't know, arrogant people, or just talking about their lives, or yeah, we all are humans, no matter which race, no matter which breed or whatever. So yeah.
I have never asked anyone for an autograph either. Didn't really see the point. I wasn't going to keep it. I'm not going to do anything with it. Okay, let me try to welcome Luau. Hello, Luau. Welcome to the
It's
class.
nice to see you again, Oakley.
Well, thank you. How are you doing?
Nothing bad. Okay.
Nothing bad.
Yes.
How about not bad?
Not bad, yes.
Not bad. Okay. All right. Okay, we're it's totally random questions time, so let's get into complete randomness. Luau, what have you eaten today?
I haven't eaten anything yet because I'm in my diet. I suppose I will have my dinner and in the evening, and I will eat a nut in the evening. Yeah.
You're on a diet? Really?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because I'm a little bit fat.
No, I don't believe it. Okay. Really? All right. Is it what? Okay. Can you describe your diet? How are you doing this diet? What are the rules or what are the guidelines of your diet?
Actually, no any rules because I'm not a person who will feel hungry whenever. So if I don't want to eat, I just keep don't eat. Even during the lunch or breakfast. But I would say I will eat and dinner. Yes, and I will eat a nut during the dinner.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. A little bit of feedback English. I haven't eaten. You said I haven't eat today, but it should be eaten. You need to use the past participle because you're making a perfect tense, a present perfect. So I haven't eaten today. And also, we don't say in a diet, you're on a diet. It's the correct preposition to use. So you're on a diet. Okay. Okay. Let me continue. Alexandra, totally random question. Alexandra, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being your height?
Of being who?
Of being your height. How tall you are. Why is it good or bad to be as tall as you are?
Advantages and disadvantages.
Sure.
I think I'm not very tall, so I'm neither tall nor short, something in the middle, but I think closer to being short. So the advantage of having such a height is that you can put on heels, either high heels or just regular heels, and this can improve your height if you want to be higher, taller. Sorry, if you want to be taller.
Right.
Yeah. Disadvantage. I don't see any disadvantages. I've never been obsessed with like it hasn't been an issue for me that
Okay.
I'm kind of short or something. So I haven't been I have never been obsessed with tall people. So maybe the only disadvantage is that when you put on high heels, which makes your legs look better, of course, because I mean, in terms of muscles, like they get a better shape. But the disadvantage is that high heels are very harmful for your spine.
Ah,
So yes, and you can't wear them for a long time.
yes.
It's
I
very.
almost never wear them.
Well, this is all I can think of, really.
Okay. Have you ever been to Asia?
Me? No.
Yeah. No?
No.
If you
Uh-uh.
suddenly want to be tall, just come to Asia. Suddenly you will be tall. For an American, I'm average height. 6 feet tall, whatever that is in centimeters, I don't know, which is exactly average. But when I moved to Asia, now I'm tall compared to everyone else. Simple as that. I made myself taller. Okay. Michael, totally random question. Michael, when was the last time you ate outside, outdoors?
On the weekend, on Saturday.
Did you?
Oh,
Why?
but that's
Tell me
not
about it.
outside. What do you mean by outside?
Well,
Outdoor. What do you mean by that?
outside. It could be a picnic in the park. It could be in a cafe where you're sitting at a table.
Oh, okay.
The
Then,
sun is shining on you.
yeah, but it's inside. It's a cafe, but it's inside. So really, it was on the 4th of July. Did I tell
Oh,
you about
a little
celebration?
bit.
Yeah, so there I was like really outside. That was really outside. Like there was sun and there was like what's when is not sun? What's shade? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shade is when the sun is blocked by
Uh-huh.
objects, trees, or buildings, or
Yeah.
what
So
have
in
you.
shade I stayed there, and but it was outside for sure,
Okay.
not inside.
Right. Right. You went to an American celebration of the 4th of July, which is
Yeah,
more than I did.
that
Okay.
was an awesome experience. I met like Americans and not only Americans, like Spanish, some what else there were? No,
What did
German. What?
what did they have for food?
Guess what?
Hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs and
Hamburgers.
hamburgers
Yeah.
and ice cream from McDonald's and
From
I don't know.
McDonald's.
So in what is inside of hot dog? How do you call that? Like
Mustard?
only what?
Mustard?
No, no,
The
no, no, no. The
yellow?
meat from the inside of hot dog.
Oh,
Sausage.
that. Yeah, well, okay. They can make hot dogs out of anything. Gazelle, alligator,
No, but
monkey, uh,
dog, cats. Yeah, I know.
hamster.
No, 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 no. Look, the hot dog is made like two parts, like the meat and the bread, or how would you say?
Oh yeah,
So
the bun.
how do you call the meat part? Sausage.
Okay. Well, we don't usually call it a sausage. We just
No?
call it a hot dog, or sometimes a wiener.
What?
Sometimes a wiener, but
How do you
usually just
spell
a hot dog. How do you spell it? Wiener.
wiener?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes a frank. Okay. Sometimes it's called a frank or a frankfurter. Don't you hurt her, frankfurter.
You know what? I looked your word in dictionary winner, and it's written common misspelling of winner. Did you
Really?
understand? I mean,
Yeah, I got
so
it.
you should vice versa put the letters E and I, vice
Oh, is
versa.
it? I
Yeah.
before E except after
And
C.
the
Yeah.
dictionary is saying like it's common mistake, common misspelling.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even. I would
So-
definitely spell that almost every time.
Like was American food in particular was like more McDonald's food, I would say, but there
Why?
were like some Why?
That's
Because
weird.
it's the 4th of July. No, why? It
Yeah,
was very.
No. But being an American, I can tell you, going to the 4th of July on McDonald's, it's not what
But
Americans
wasn't-
do. They have a barbecue.
Yeah,
Hot
but
dogs.
it was like barbecue. There was like barbecue, some kind of
Yeah.
barbecue as well. But when like there was lots of food because there were like lots of people there,
Mm-hmm.
and you know I didn't go so much to eat there, but they changed like food. You know they like one food, then another,
Ah,
like
Okay.
rotation, some kind of rotating
Uh-huh.
the food.
Cool.
So. But ice cream was from McDonald's, that's for sure. A friend told me that's from McDonald's.
Okay. All right. I have to ask Alexandra, since she's visiting New York City, have you had a hot dog on the street?
On the street, no, never. But there are lots of vendors here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What kind of food have you gotten? Have you gotten a pretzel? Oh my God. I'm so hungry.
What do I eat? Well, I tried well, I usually try McDonald's only for coffee.
Oh.
It's
But-
in my neighborhood, and I would actually better go to Starbucks, but Starbucks close at 10 or 11, so they don't work during nighttime. That's why I go to McDonald's for coffee, and I ate there once. I've never eaten anything in the street.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Vendors. Okay,
Vendors, yeah.
there's two things you really should have while you're in New York City. You should have a hot dog with everything. Okay, mustard, sauerkraut, chili, cheese, onions, peppers,
It's impossible. There's
relish.
such a thick layer of everything.
What's that?
A thick layer of everything. You
It's
can't.
huge.
Yes, you can't bite it at once. But I don't like such food.
Oh yeah, well, okay. Well, it's practically a requirement. All right, a fallback position. Here you go. This would be much easier for you to handle. You should get a soft pretzel.
And what's that?
You know what pretzels are?
Mm-mm.
They're dough, but it's in a kind of a shape like 3 circles, like kind of like that. All right. It's dough that's kind of tied up, but they make freshly cooked. They're still hot pretzels, which you can buy on the street. And you put a little mustard on it, and you eat it, and oh my God, it's so delicious. They're really good. They have salt on them.
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
You probably have. They're yeah, common vendor food, common street food in New York City. You should try one of those at least, because that's not as huge and disgusting as a hot dog, but you should try that. You should try that, definitely. Okay. It's random questions time. Daniel. Dun, da, da, da. When you're home alone at home at night, what do you wear on your feet? Do you wear your shoes? Do you have slippers? Say you're watching a movie, 10 o'clock at night. Do you have? Do you go barefoot?
Barefoot. Yeah.
Barefoot. Barefoot.
I hate slippers. I don't have slippers actually. I like
Okay.
to keep my feet cold. Cold
You
feet,
do.
feet cold. How do you say that?
I
Feet
like to
cold.
keep my feet cold. All right. That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hate the warm weather, as I previously said in other classes.
Mm.
I love the cold weather. I love the rain. I love everything that is cold. So I don't like to wear shoes where I'm home. I don't like to wear slippers or whatever. I have
We,
to wear shoes when I'm working or when I'm
yeah,
walking to the
of
street,
course.
but I don't like it actually.
Okay. Ah, okay. Would you prefer to live in a cold climate then?
Yeah, of course. Here is a little bit mild, maybe
Uh-huh.
20 centigrades to 30. I don't know if you're making the conversion to Fahrenheit. Huh?
Yeah, I can in my brain. Pretty much
Yeah.
automatic at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit mild, but I like the fog. For example, when you're in a cabinet or in a house that is far from the city, and in the night you can see the fog and you can feel the floor that is cold as you walk in through the to the floor of your house. That's pretty good, I think. I don't like blankets also. I hate blankets.
You hate blankets. Well, okay. Wait a minute. If you move to a cold climate where there's winter, where there's snow, I mean, would you move to a place that has snow for four,
Well,
5, 6 months a year?
I'm not sure. I gotta try it, but I think
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you did, I'm telling you, you're gonna learn to like blankets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if you said that,
Definitely.
that's true because you really hate the sun and the hot weather also.
True, but when I lived in a cold climate, I definitely like blankets.
But you mean extremely cold, right?
Yeah,
There's
but
yeah, temperatures below freezing maybe.
yeah, well, yeah. Just the same way when it's hot, the heat seems to sneak into your house no matter what you do. The same thing when it's cold. The cold seems to seep into the house and everything. Blankets become your friend, for sure.
What's more pricey, an air conditioner or a heater?
What's more pricey? More expensive?
Yeah, more expensive. Yeah, like the bills that comes to your home.
Okay. Well, the thing about an air conditioner is pretty much an air conditioner, although you have smaller ones and bigger models. But heaters come in many shapes and sizes, and most places in the north are going to have a heating system, which is built into the floors and the walls.
Ah, yeah, the heating floor. I
Heated
have heard of that.
floor, radiators, a boiler with vents. There's many different heating systems, and usually that's part of the house construction. I mean,
Okay.
not like an air conditioner you add later and you stick it in the window. So a heating system is usually just that. It's a system, not a unit. So there's quite a difference in price. But I mean, you can get a small little heating unit that will heat a very small room,
Like a
you know,
portable
portable
heater.
heater, exactly. Probably much cheaper than an air conditioner. But of course, an entire heating system is going to cost a lot more than an air conditioner.
Okay, I got it.
So hard to say. Uh, okay. Uh, Luau, your turn for a random question. Luau, when you can't sleep at night, what do you do? Do you watch a movie? Do you read a book? Do you have uh, a snack?
Well, I will survey internet from with iPad. Yeah.
Okay. You look at the internet?
Yes, looking some news. It's not so important, but I could just browse them because I
Mhm.
cannot sleep. You know, it's to waste time. It's time.
Okay, just to waste time. You know, Luau, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I didn't do these studies, but I have read about studies that looking at any kind of blue screen before you go to sleep actually excites the brain and makes it harder to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Blue
You've read
screen, you mean?
any blue screen device. I guess by that I mean like smartphone, computer, even TV
Mm-hmm.
screen, I guess.
So yeah, yeah. So I know this for example, my smartphone has a function could anti the blue nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you set it with
Interesting.
reading mode, it would make
Ah,
the screen more warm and no more blue lights.
okay.
Mhm.
All right. I'm not sure. I guess I don't know if that. I have no idea if that works or. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how many hours do you usually sleep, Lua? What's normal?
Actually, I usually sleep 5 or more hours, but I don't think I can sleep very well every day. So probably 4 hours, deep sleeping. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. Ah, it's just not nearly enough for me, but okay. Uh, hmm. 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. Do you ever sleep, for example, on the weekend or on your day off or whatever? Do you ever sleep a long time, longer period of
Well,
time?
yes, when I was young, I could do that. But as I grow as a grown up, it's too hard. I will wake up so earlier. But let me tell you something interesting. Last weekend, I've been food poisoned. After that, I felt I could sleep more in the morning. I would wake a little bit later. I don't know why. Maybe football poisoning it's pills for cure your sleepiness. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Maybe your body just needs more sleep, because
Mhm.
it's vulnerable, perhaps because you were sick. Not sure. Okay. What's the longest time you have ever slept? The longest you have ever been awake and the longest you have ever slept.
Oh, it's hard to remember, but I think it should be uh, a couple of days. A couple of days due
Stay awake.
after I had stayed up for several days. Yeah, several days.
Several days?
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. How long have you slept?
Slept for a couple of days, as I mentioned,
2 days?
maybe
Like
2 days.
48
2 days.
hours?
Two
Oh
days.
my
Two
God.
days.
No way. Really? Okay. Hmm. Okay, let me ask. I want to ask somebody else that question. Alexandra, what's the longest you have stayed awake and the longest you have been asleep consecutively, consecutive hours?
The longest um, in hours, right?
Yeah.
The longest was 2 days. 2 days, yeah.
2 days.
Mm-hmm.
40. Staying awake or sleeping?
Staying awake.
Okay. 48 hours.
Yeah, because I had a very important project at my work,
Mm-hmm.
and I was working the whole night. So, and for me, since I'm a night owl, it's way easier to stay awake and better go to bed very early next day than go to bed just for 1 hour or two. That's difficult for me. So I finished the project and went to work without any sleep at all. So yeah, I can say 48 hours, but that's difficult. You're like drunk.
Yeah.
Without any sleep, it's drunk, and it's especially it especially can be felt during the afternoon. The closer to the afternoon, the worse it is. And the longest, I don't know, maybe 12 hours, like from
12
midnight.
hours sleeping?
Yes, midnight till afternoon, like this. I don't think that longer. No.
Okay, that's not too much. That's not much at all. I have definitely slept for over 24 hours. I think 26 hours.
Why?
Because I had been awake for 48 hours or more. Yeah. Or I actually, when I was younger, I used to work a lot. And what would happen is unlike Luau, I can't handle 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night. What happens is I gradually, like a battery, I just lose energy. And so I would only get 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night. So by the time I had a day off where I could sleep, I would just sleep for 20 hours, 22 hours, 18 hours, something like that. Just recharge. Just recharging my battery. That's it. I can't do that. I can't work. I can't only get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I have to catch up eventually. I just start to lose my mind. I can't handle it. I don't know how people do that, actually. I can't physically do it. Okay. Totally a random question for Michael. Michael, have you ever touched a snake?
Yes, for sure. When I was a child, I touched the snake. That's for sure.
Why?
I don't know why.
Did you catch snakes and frogs and things like that as a child?
No, no, that's for sure. I didn't do that. I think it was like in you know where you go in the summertime, like where there are lots of kids, and you're staying in kind of forest, not forest, but
A summer camp?
yeah, summer camp. And I was there, like, and at that summer camp, and there were snakes, I think. So, but not big like snakes, but small ones. And some children were catching them, or they were finding them, and they gave like to others to see what's going on, like not only snakes, other animals, like.
Like what? Bear?
Yeah, lions, tigers, wolves. Yeah, no.
Dinosaurs.
I remember this that you cannot in your hand. You cannot put in your hand. It's very with like needles. What do you call it? Yeah, porcupines. Some children brought to inside, like, and we put on the bed, and we were looking at it.
Great. Michael, okay, when I was a child, I don't know, many children have phases. I guess parents talk about phases. I don't know, of interests that you have as a child. Because I can remember that I was fascinated by sharks for about a year when I was very young. Fascinated by dinosaurs, I think, after that for about a year. Were you ever fascinated by? Were you ever obsessed by some kind of animal or sport or anything when you were a child?
Fascinated by animal.
Yeah, well, like many kids, I, like many other boys, I was absolutely obsessed with dinosaurs. I learned all about dinosaurs. I could sit here and name you 10 different dinosaurs because I remember it from when I was in fourth grade or third grade or whatever.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Like, you learn all about it. You write a report about it in school, whatever. Talk to your friends about dinosaurs, whatever. Things like that.
No, I don't think I had a obsession about
Okay.
some animals like you. Unfortunately, maybe. I mean, that wasn't my cup of tea. I was like more. I don't remember how I was. So I was like with other children. We were playing. I think we not so much about animals. I didn't learn like lots of things of animals, but I really loved biology. You know.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have learned like everything that we learned in books. I had like almost the best mark.
Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. That's getting closer. I don't know. Maybe it's just an American thing, but American kids, girls are obsessed with horses and ponies when they're young, and boys are obsessed with dinosaurs or sharks or alligators or some such violent
Oh,
creature.
okay. When I got my computer, like I was obsessed with it. Like
Oh,
I got it at 14 years, I think, and
there you
like for 1 year I didn't stand up. I was only in front of my computer, in front of that computer, and I was like doing editing, and I was learning how to deal with it because it was something new, like and not just as a user, but kind of advanced users, how to change like the Windows things like that. Like I was learning that from
right.
a
Okay. Well,
my
that
friend.
counts. There you go. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Uh, very good. Luau, let me talk to you for a minute. What is something that you don't like that people do in traffic when they're driving?
People people doing trap it cutting my line. I don't like and beeping behind me
Oh,
as well. No.
honking their horn?
Mm, yeah.
Honking their horn, beeping their horn.
Yes. 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 And
Yeah.
especially cutting my line.
Okay. All right. Luau, but what is Denver, the last dinosaur?
Denver
Yeah.
Last Dinosaur
Story?
is an anime is a cartoon film. And when I was young,
Okay.
I suppose you have seen it because it's an American cartoon film.
Well, I haven't
Really?
specifically. It maybe was released, maybe it came out after I was, a
Oh,
child. That's
okay.
more than likely. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Uh, in the
Yeah.
80s, and it's widespread in China. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I was a little old for dinosaurs in the 80s. Okay. All right. Fine. Have you ever seen dinosaurs in a museum, Law?
Yes,
The bones.
absolutely. Yes, and in our city we have a university, and it's specific to the geologic. There is a museum and having big dinosaurs. Big dinosaurs. How can I say? Bones, just bones,
Bones, skeletons, I guess.
Skeletons, yes, and just 200 kilometers far from my city, there was a famous place for dinosaurs. They have discovered a lot of dinosaurs from there. The place's name is Zigong. Yeah. Also,
Okay.
a huge museum for dinosaurs, different types of dinosaurs.
Cool. Have you ever seen the movie Jurassic Park?
Yes, I have seen the 3 episodes. I can
Right.
remember.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. There's sequels. So, what do you think? If humans had the ability, big if, but if humans had the ability to genetically, I don't know how they do it, but if they could scientifically make dinosaurs come to life,
Mhm.
should they? Shouldn't they?
I think everything has their own reason, so it's not my business. I don't care. If if they make it happen, I think that's my next concern.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. If I make it happen and set them loose in Beijing, for example. There
Yeah,
you go.
probably.
Okay. Uh, all right. Uh, Daniel.
Mhm.
Daniel, what do you think? What do you think? Should dinosaurs be allowed to live if they could be recreated? They could
Yeah, in an
recombine the
island,
DNA on
in
the
an
island.
island, far from the civilization. Yeah.
You think
No
so?
sea dinosaurs. No. No. Also, no flying dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
Because
Okay.
they're gonna try to colonize our cities, like in the movie. The final
Right.
of the movie Jurassic Park. You remember that when they are in the helicopter and they are seeing the
Oh,
dinosaurs flying out from the island. Huh?
yeah, the flying dinosaurs. Yeah, which I cannot think of the names of what they're called, but yeah, they were flying off away from the island.
Yep.
Yeah. 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 Nobody wants to see that. Yeah. Okay. Good point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can you imagine flying your plane and suddenly you see a big flying dinosaur?
They're gonna freak out. Absolutely.
Kind of hairy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I've got another class coming up, I believe. Yeah. Okay. And so, thank you very much for joining me, all of you, and see you guys again real soon, I hope, right here on Verbling. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right, thank you.
Oh,
See you
Bye-bye.
soon.